Taking a look at the Lincoln radar, here's Champaign-Urbana. You see this snow shield right here. All this is light snow being picked up by the radar. You see how it looks like it's moving off to the north and to the east toward us, but it's never advancing past this line. And why is that? Well, first of all, I'll let you know we have a layer of dry air near the surface. So what's happening is we've got our clouds here, we've got the ground, we've got that snow falling from the clouds. It's hitting this layer of dry air and evaporating. So the snow is falling from the clouds above our heads, but it's evaporating before it makes it down to the ground. So we're dry down here near the ground. So what's happening with the radar, we have to understand that as the radar beam gets further away from the radar site, which is right here, the radar beam actually rises higher off the Earth's surface because of the curvature of the Earth. So we've got the curved Earth's surface, we've got the radar right here, shoots out its beam. As it gets further, it's scanning higher and higher above the radar site. So our radar, located right here in Lincoln, Illinois, is scanning this snow off in the distance. And what's happening is the radar beam is getting further away. I've got a slide over here. We've got our radar here in Lincoln, Illinois, and then the snow showers. Here's our clouds. We'll say Champaign-Urbana is located right here. And then we've got that snow out there towards Quincy, something like that. So we've got the clouds up here, we've got our snow falling, it's evaporating as it gets down closer to the ground. So the radar picking up that snow further off in the distance because it's scanning higher in the sky. It's hitting that snow before it evaporates. As you get closer to the radar beam not getting high enough to get that snow that's evaporating above our heads. We call that the cone of silence. So again, in the distance here, we've got the snow falling, being picked up by the radar beam. As you get closer to the radar, not being picked up by that radar beam, and then the same thing as you get further off to the distance. So let's flip back. Let's look at the radar one more time out here in the Lincoln radar, Champaign. So here it is, the radar here, scanning that snow as it gets further away, but as you get a little bit closer to the radar site, not picking up that snow. So sometimes you can see this in advance of some of our bigger snow events. You can watch as there's actually a bubble around us here with snow being picked up on the radar. We call that, again, the cone of silence. And then you can see it slowly fill in as the dry air begins to saturate and it gets closer and closer to the radar. And once it fills in, that's when the snow begins falling. So we're seeing that on the radar today. We'll see some off and on snow flurries, but that snow is having a hard time working its way into our area because of that layer of dry air.